let's build a solid foundation. How's it, everybody? This is 4th grade, week 5 spelling words. What I am providing to you is the words on a format. So we see that we have 3 categories of words. Apologies that I'm not joining in person for these words, but here we go. Let's break them down. I'm not feeling the best. All right, so our short vowel sounds, we see that the I in each of these words is going to make the I sound. Picnic, shrimp, since, it's going to say I for each of those words. Are, so let me just kind of underline that for you. So I in each of these words here. Our long vowel sounds, we had the I saying its name, and oddly sometimes, this TLE is a suffix. And sometimes, not every time, but sometimes this E, even though it's 2 letters, the TL will jump over to make the vowel say its name. Okay? Decide, so we have the E saying its name and the I, and the E at the very end is silent. Y, the Y letter has multiple sounds. Again, in skyscraper, Y is saying its name, or it's going to make the I sound, and the A is going to say its name because the E jumps over to make the A say its name. Same with here with the I. The I says its name because of the silent E. Now, the reason why I'm calling these ones irregulars is because there's really nothing there to make the vowel say its name. So, in mind, wild, right, and lightning, there shouldn't be anything that actually makes it say its name. And that's why we're going to call them irregular sounds. And then UY, well, if we apply the 2 vowels go walking rule, well, it should say you, but in this case it says I. So doesn't follow its any phonetic rules. Now let's break these words down. We'll start with our short vowel words, and then we'll progress into long vowels and irregulars. So for our short vowels, the first word is since. S, I, N, S. The sound stops there with a silent sound at the end. Your child has walked through this enough that they should know how to spell this word since. Let's break it down. S, I, N, S. Silent E. Now, why does this C right here not make the K sound? Is because of this E right there. So, when a C, here's the rule for this. When a C is followed by an I, E, or Y, the sound changes to make the sound S instead of K. Okay? Any other vowel or letter, it's going to make the K sound, but not in this case. All right, next word. Our word is which. So we have a digraph at the beginning. W, 2 letters. I, ch, 2 again. So how do we spell our 2-letter W sound for which? W, W-H, I, and then ch. So W, ch, f, sh, all follow a similar pattern. Each of those letters is followed by an H, right? So if you have W, sh, ch, th, or th, they all have that spelling. So our child should know that the 2-letter W should always have an H attached to it. Next. Our word is inch. I, n, ch. So inch. Inch. Spell it. Inch. Okay, next one. This is a multisyllabic word. So we're going to separate the two syllables in this word. Okay, through with this pink line right there. And the first sound is going to be pick. P, k. 1, 1, 1. And then nick. N, I, k. 1, 1, 1 again. So pick, nick. Let's spell it. P, I, k. N, I, k. Picnic. Next, we have the word shrimp. That sounds fantastic right now. Maybe not at this moment, but garlic shrimp sounds really good. Sh, I, p. Each one is going to say a sound. No silent letters in this. So shrimp. We have a digraph at the beginning. Sh. Okay. I, or I, p. Shrimp. All right. Now let's get into our long vowel sounds. Like I said, for this first one, it has a suffix, which is a 3-letter suffix with a silent letter at the end. So 3 letters with a silent letter at the end. Always, 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 they should know what this silent letter is going to be. Okay. And then the word is tie. So I, toll. Tie, toll. Go ahead and try and spell. Let's break it down. I. Here's our suffix spelling of toll. Ol, silent E. What happens in this 3-letter toll, which they are hearing, and it is not incorrect. They're hearing either T-O-L or T-E-L, right? If they're spelling T-A-L, this one, I don't know about that, because that should be tall. But toll, when they're spelling it like this, yeah, you are hearing that. But this is a suffix, and that's why we put this at the end with the X there. So that they should know that the first 2 sounds, toll, what sounds do you hear? You hear T and an ul, right? And you know that at the very end should be a silent E. So you only have 2 other sounds that you have to add to there. There should not be a sound in between the T and the L. All right, next word, decide. This is a multisyllabic word, so we're going to separate it. So we have D, E, right, 1, 1. Side, S, I, D, with a silent letter at the end. So decide. All right, let's spell it. D, E, side, S, I, D, silent E. And we just talked about this with our word. Which word? With since, right? With the word since, we said that when C here is followed by an I, E, or Y, it does not make the K sound anymore. So since there is an I right there, okay, the C will make the S sound. So decide. Something that they have to know. Okay. Next word, Y. W. 2-letter W sound. We kind of just went over this with the word which. And then I at the end of a word is not letter I. So don't put an I right there. That should not be happening. Okay? Sometimes this letter can also make the E sound, which we also don't put at the end. But what letter is going to say I. W-I. Y. So let's spell it. W, right? Our two-letter W sound. And then I is going to be a Y. Next word. Skyscraper. All right. Multisyllabic word. Or actually, this is a compound word, which is still a multisyllabic word. But it's two words put together to make one. Sky. S-k-I. Right? Three sounds. In this here, this one that we just taught, let me change that. Let's see, what can I add? Highlight this. Hopefully this comes through. No, it does not. Blue, maybe? I'll try pink. All right, this one right there, right? It's a little bit dark around there. Should be pink. It's not. We just talked about it. What letter? Because this, if we think about it, this is the end of a word. Sky by itself can be said all alone, even though it's attached to another word, scraper. What letter here is going to make the I sound that is not I? Okay, and then scraper. Sk-er. It's a three-letter consonant blend. A-p-er. A-p-er. And this right here, this is a controlled R sound. What is our spelling for the controlled R at the end of a word? Skyscraper. All right, let's spell it. S-k-I. A-p-er. Skyscraper. Next, our last long vowel sound, or long vowel sounding word, is going to be the word right. This, now we have a silent letter at the very beginning. We have a I, t, then a silent sound at the end. Okay. So how do we spell the word right? We can say w right to help him out. Right? Even though that's not phonetically correct. Or we can say right, and then you got to remember it. So if we were to spell the middle parts, like we know from the first one on what that should be. So I, t, silent E, right? Because the silent E jumps over to make that I say its name. But what is this letter right here? What silent letter could that be? So if they remember the W, great. But if not, we can always get the hint. Right. Right? Here we go. Now let's get into our irregular words. For our irregulars, okay, our first word is mind. D. Mind. D. Good. Each line making one is represented by one letter. Let's spell it. Mind. D. Good. This is what you got. Great job. Next word. Wild. 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 Excellent. Here we go. For our next one, we're going to have the word by. Tricky. I don't like this one. I. Okay. So I. They have to remember that this does not play fair. So by. I don't have a trick for this one. Okay. Let's move into the word right. Now, this t sound is made up by 3 letters. Okay? And where is the sound t? Okay? It's at the very end. So what other letters come before them? Okay? So we have I, t. So we can spell I. We know it says t. We got to think, what is the 3-letter t sound? It's going to be a G and an H.